Welcome back. We're here with cookbook author Amy Traverso, and she tells me that she has a delicious recipe for apple butter that she makes in a slow cooker overnight.
It is. It's the great recipe. You go to bed, you wake up to apple butter.
Well, look what slow cookers look like nowadays. Remember when they were sort of brown with flowers on them?
Yes, I do remember that.
I have my first crock pot, my middle crock pot, and now I hope I have a new crock pot. This looks great.
It's great. And this recipe I love because it's really just a dump and go to sleep.
Right.
Almost a dump and go to
and
sleep.
you don't have to, I hate that word, dump.
Sorry. It's a,
It reminds me of a dump.
It's a place gently and then drift to sleep.
Okay, so it's a crock pot, which is so easy. I mean, you don't have to turn your oven on for 12 hours and wake up thinking, is something burning?
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Because if you don't get it low enough, your apple butter can singe on the bottom. Yep, and mine has.
Yes.
So this is a good idea.
This is a good solution. So we have 5 pounds of apples, and it can be the more varieties, the better.
And these come from my trees.
Yeah, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's
look at all the different colors. I mean, they're yellow apples, sweet apples, tart apples.
That's so great.
So it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Now, so we'll get those all in there, and then that's a lot of apples.
So peeled and
cored and cut into medium chunks. So then we'll add 2 cups of apple cider.
And that is my apple cider made in my garage.
Wow.
From these same apples, by the way.
Now we're going to put in some sugar. Now this is quite full.
Don't worry.
We will
It'll
stir.
cook down, right?
Yeah, it'll cook down. It will. And then a 1/4 cup of lemon juice.
Essential.
Absolutely essential. Lemons really complement the flavor of apple.
Fresh lemon juice.
A 1/2 teaspoon of salt, because you always want some salt in anything sweet. It gives your tongue a little contrast. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of freshly ground nutmeg. I imagine you're a stickler.
I am the nutmeg grater.
Okay. Now the flavor I like to add is also a little bit of star anise, and I leave it in for the first part of cooking, and then I remove it so it's not too strong.
I sometimes add mace, which is the outside covering of the nutmeg.
Yes.
And I love that too.
So good. And so you basically let this go on high for about 1.5 hours. It'll start to bubble. You turn the heat down to low, cook another hour, and then I usually remove the star anise just so it's not too strong after that 2.5 hours. Okay. Go to sleep, wake up the next morning.
So don't forget, when it cooks a little bit, as it starts to, just stir it up a little bit
stir
before you go to bed.
Yes.
This is great to do. This is great to do right before you do go to bed.
Right, and then if you have house guests, first of all, if you have a house you're trying to sell and it's not selling, make this apple butter because the house smells incredible. Yeah. Okay, so we have this. This is cooked down now.
Oh, look! That many apples is now cooked down to this dark brown, beautiful. Oh, and it has still some chunks in it.
Now, I like the chunks. Do you like the chunks?
Yes.
Okay, because you could put it through a food mill, but I wouldn't. Okay. No. So now we're just going to put it in cans. And we've got this. We've got.
Want me to do that? Want me to jar it?
Yeah, that would be great. Okay, if you'd like a ladle, would that be easier? So we've sterilized our jars right here.
And always use one of these little jar fillers, by the way. This little funnel is so good to have. That way your edges don't get dirty. And there, it looks.
And we want it to go to about 1/4 of an inch from the top of the jar for safety.
And by the way, everyone in the audience, so that you can all go and pick your own apples and make your own apple butter, you're all taking home one of these crock pots. This is very nice. And this is the real crock pot, right? This one's stuck.
Create a little vacuum.
Yes,
there we go. Okay. Perfect.
Okay,
so then we put on our clean tops and our bands.
Yes.
Pardon me.
And then we're going to. I want this to last me for a long time, so we're going to then can it.
Yes.
Right.
Now, if you didn't want to do that
step,
step,
it has a rack. Okay.
If you didn't want to do this step, you can just keep it in your refrigerator for a few weeks. But why not make a big batch, give it away as gifts, and keep it and eat it through the winter?
And so, how long should we process it?
That should be about 1/2 hour to be extra safe.
Okay. And then you have presents to give away at Christmas time, and you have presents for hostess gifts, and a lot of wonderful things. This is so nice.
Actually, you can go as little as 10 minutes. 1/2 hour is probably overkill. 10 minutes, you'll be very safe.
10 minutes, okay.
And then what we have, you can serve this on biscuits. You can serve it over yogurt, over pancakes.
Oh, boy. Look at these fantastic buttermilk biscuits. One for you and one for me.
Okay. Let me spread some.
I like this on white toast with a little bit of butter on the toast
That sounds
and
so
a
good.
big pile of apple butter on it.